We on? Let me see. Yeah, we're good. What's going on, party people? Lace we here. We're back at it. Now, if this is your first time here, it's definitely a pleasure having you guys in. What I do here, technically, I talk about spirituality. Now, if you're coming back, you already know what you're in for. Come get your medicine, baby. We got it over here. So, as a spiritual healer, technically, I talk about spirituality here. And, pretty much when I talk about spirituality, I don't, generally speaking, people like to, distant it from, what they do. It's like you have spirituality on that side, and I have my life on this side. Spirituality is on Sunday, but that would be more of a religious way of looking at it, right? So spirituality, I can't dissociate it from your life because, it derives from the word spirit. And by talking about spirit, you talking about, and by talking about spirit, you talking about, hold up. So by talking about spirit, you talking about, a non-physical part of you, a non-tangible aspect of who you are, right? And, it can also be translated as air, thinking, energy, and all of that. And regardless on, what type of physical life that we're living, let's just say you're into, you're living more of a social life or more of a political life, more of a professional, whatever the fuck. It's all under the spiritual umbrella, and I also had a video where I talked about, technically what you see is being ruled by what you don't see. And what that means pretty much is, your intellect, when you see somebody that has discipline, they have to discipline their mind. Well, what is your mind? Can you touch it? Do you see it? So that's what we call spirit. So however you want to decide, you can't dissociate spirituality from your life. Now, that was just a brief introduction. If this is your first time, I always like to do that. Just so you know what you're in for. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's going to be a good ride, baby. Now, before I, light up my cigar, I'm take this shit real quick. Now, this video pretty much, if you see the title pretty much tell you, to embrace your spiritual path. This is pretty much a remix of shit. When I started doing this probably 2 years ago, right? I was kind of like off and on until, last year, the spirit really cornered me. I'm like, nigga, now I'm dropping shit every Thursday, Wednesday, every week, sometimes, twice a week. But anyway, I talked about this before, pretty much in the sense of, like what I was talking about was, and just going to give you the summary because it's important to talk about it so you understand the updated version of what I'm about to tell you, right? So, but at the same time, before I even get to that, it's important, and that's why as a spiritual healer, the foundation of my teaching is pretty much to inform you at the very core for you to understand the difference between your ego, your false self, and your true self. And you'll see not, a lot of spiritual books describe it this way, but what they would talk about would be your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And the reason why this is all being done is because they have to bring, you can only master what you see. In other words, if you're not aware of what's taking place around you, you're not going to master it. That is why, niggas, in African spirituality, we have these statues. Understand this. That's why we have these fucking statues. Because we understand what is in the darkness has to be brought into life for us to master it. Meaning, another way of looking at this, daytime, nighttime. So at night, this is nighttime. But all of that, you're conscious of it because you see it. Another way of saying you seeing it is to make you conscious of it. So that's why you'll see a lot of spiritual books. The foundations you gotta know the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind before they even go any further. So now my model would be for you to understand your ego, your false self, and your true self. Now your true self, in so many words, we're talking about your true you, your spirit, the person that you are, your skills, the things that you love, the things that you're passionate about, the things that moves you, your self-worth, your self-esteem, your skills, your talent, your gifts, all of that shit. Then now you have your false self, which is pretty much the way we've been conditioned or rewarded, not even or, and rewarded for not being ourselves. In other words, you are being breathed to be fucking average. And that's being done by you not being in accordance with who you are. And I don't know if you know about the whole psychology thing. The European psychology, if anybody who's interested or ever learned about psychology, they talk about the Pavlov shit. This nigga that had a dog, whatever the fuck. In other words, what they're telling you, they understand the importance of rewarding you for your actions. For instance, when niggas do other movies, they don't get Grammys. When Monique do certain movies, she get a Grammy. Denzel Washington get a fucking Grammy for Training Day, nigga. And this nigga had Out of Time, fucking Pelham 1, 2, 3. I was watching that shit the other day. I'm like, damn, I like that. The Book of Eli. Niggas got tons of shit, but it's not being rewarded for none of that shit. You gotta understand this. I mean, this is no shut up my niggas, you know what I'm saying? Even the rappers, you know what I'm saying? The gangster shit. You're being rewarded for being that. So now what do you have? You have now, since I'm being rewarded for acting like a fucking animal, nigga, let me act like a fucking animal. I gotta bring that into light for you to see it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to master it. Otherwise, the only thing you would see is to be that, but not seeing what's behind it. Because it's in the darkness for a lot of you motherfuckers. That's why you got to bring everything to light. Get your fucking statues. You think it was a coincidence when you look at the fucking temple in fucking Kemet or Egypt? They have all of those different things around them. And when you see that shit, you could feel the spirit. You could feel the energy. They brought that shit into this life. That another way of saying this, in African mythology, that's why we use niggas. We talk about us. You know what I'm saying? Who was doing that? Niggas in the motherfucking, what do you call that? In those plantations with the fucking machete. They talking about us so you can relate to it. That's why if you don't... Oh, Jesus Christ. I already talk about this shit too. That's why you should be Jesus, nigga. In other words, if you have not made Jesus, if you have not bring him into light, which is into your life, you're bullshit. You're missing the point. Just like you not knowing the reason why these actors are being rewarded for bullshit, while black or niggas, to be honest, You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for it. So you mean to tell me that's all niggas are good for, man? Meanwhile, this nigga had played many, anyway. So I'm not trying to turn this, I'm just saying this to say, I'm saying shit, maybe the Spirit's coming through, man. But I'm saying all of that because it's all relevant. It's all relevant. And we're actually going back to, hold up. I know, baby, I got you. We getting started, nigga. So I'm saying all of that to say, the importance of not just maybe it's shit, Spirit came through. So you guys understand the statue shit, not worshiping the clay itself, but what it represents and the importance of having it around you. When you see a cross, you know what it means. Jesus died for you, motherfucker. It's a constant reminder of you looking at that, reminding you of Jesus. Stay on track. Stay on track, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the whole thing is about. Now, what I was talking about, though, I got ahead of myself. Hey, I'm shitting all over the place, baby. Bear with me, though. But where I was going with this, by going back to you understanding those different aspects of yourself, and by bringing it to light, because that's how you're going to step into the dark side of you, meaning the part that you were not aware of, but now you're walking on that other side of you. And that's what the occult is all about. That's why they call it a hidden culture. Me personally, I don't like the name. But hidden culture, not because it's being hidden from you, not for you to see it, but it's because you got to go in, you got to find it. When something is being hidden from you, you got to find it. So the understanding of that is that you got to find it. Not hidden in the sense, oh my God, the Illuminati, or it's not good, it's satanic. None of that shit. You got to have a personal, you got to be devoted to find it. And that's how you die for humanity, in so many words. Because by you finding it, now I'm coming forth and give you the bullshit. Well, I mean, jewels. Depending on how you're looking at it. So, now let's get back. I'm shitting all over the place again. I have no diapers on. I need to put some diapers. All right, let me get some diapers on. All right, so we can stay focused here. But I guess, everything is important. It has to be said, so it's being said, niggas. Relax. Now, so in my first video, I didn't mention all of these things. However, I was referring to it more on I don't want to say spiritual side. Maybe you could, what? Fuck it. Forget about it, right? Let's just look at this right here, right now. Let's talk about Jesus. A lot of us have a Christianity background, right? Here you go, the Son of God who came to earth to educate men. And yet he had to go through all this bullshit. He was not involved in political parties. He was not involved in professional shit. Yeah, yes, he was a carpenter, whatever, however the fuck you want to call it. But he was a fisherman, meaning fishing for other men or bitches too. I'm saying men for lack of better terms, right? So, but most importantly, to make you aware of who you are. Society killed him. When you talk about the Pharisees, it's society. Who the fuck is this nigga to call himself God? And then eventually the law, whatever the fuck. I'm saying all of that to say, and I didn't have to go back. What I'm trying to say is, even if you look at the Jesus story in itself, spirituality is not all lovey-dovey, motherfucker. That's what my first video was. That video was about. I don't even remember the name of that video when I'm trying to think back. What was the name of that shit? But anyway, I don't even fucking remember. But I mean, it was around the time, like I told you guys. I mean, it's not on my IG because I wasn't posting anything on IG at that time. I was posting shit on my YouTube. So, you know, check out my videos, then you'll see it, whatever. So essentially, I was telling people, like, the side of spirituality that motherfuckers don't talk about. They don't talk about you being a black sheep. You know, how your siblings are hating on you. Your parents are hating on you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's fucking you over because now you choose to align yourself with yourself. And now it's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Are you better than us? And I haven't even talked about the haters yet. And I did a whole video about, you know, energy vampires, about what your haters are. Because when you spiritually breaking down a hater, what a hater technically is a motherfucker who doesn't know how to be himself, or who's so accustomed or who's so knowledgeable about not being himself, and who's not looking to be himself, and becoming himself is a problem for him. Because to become yourself, in so many words, you would have to align yourself. You know, it's looking at the sun. So look at a vampire, right? They don't look at the sun, but they will suck on your blood. Meaning suck on your life. That's why a hater, for lack of better terms, or how you niggas call them, or how they are being called, all the same, you know, would follow you, do the shit that you do, and then don't like you. How do you do that? Those niggas are psychopaths, man. Oh man, I've been around them. My siblings, parents. Yeah, nigga, I know. These niggas are psychopaths. And by the way, just so you guys know too, this is a mental institution too. You know, and for you to be sane, you gotta be balanced, meaning you gotta be in touch with your spirituality. If you're not in touch with your spirituality, you're not gonna be sane down here. There's no way around that. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, you know, that's why, you know, that's what the hater hates. And you, as being a spiritual healer, or as an empath, or, you know, being Christ-like, you would always forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. I mean, not that they don't know what they're doing, because they fucking you up. They know they fucking you up. But they have not seen the bigger picture. And that's what it means to forgive them, because they don't know what they're doing. Oh, they fucking you up. They know that part. But what they don't know is they have not seen the bigger picture. And that's why a hater would always hate, and is looking to hate too, because he's not going to do it himself. Think about it. They're not seeking for the light themselves. They're looking for the light in you. You know what I'm saying? Not where you're getting your light from, because you went to the source, which is yourself, to get the light. Oh no, they're not going to go that route. But anyway, I guess that had to be said too. God damn it, spirits coming through. God damn it, niggas. I guess that's what we're doing. Hold up. Let me get my shit. I guess that's what we're doing, niggas. Let it be. Well, I know there's a part over here, because that shit I like to make sure it's all even and shit. Anyway. Okay. So generally speaking, when we hear about spirituality, motherfuckers always talk about how lovey-dovey that shit is. It's love. It's peaceful. It's all of that. Yes, it is. I'm not gonna say no, but there's another part that it comes with too, though. You know, the part that you being a black sheep. So now think about it. That's why I like to be able to translate those occult terms into a regular term, because simplicity reveals the master. But most importantly, I'm making the connection, because true spiritual niggas, we don't separate shit. We connect everything. Because when you don't connect anything, now you have duality. Now you have good and bad. When you connect everything, now you have polarity, motherfucker. That's what the true masters do. That's why earth, heaven doesn't matter, nigga. Does not matter. Because we have transcended both sides. And the Kabbalion talked about the law of polarity. Get into that shit. That's the foundation. Or Ma'at, that's the foundation of African spirituality. Or true spirituality, however the fuck you want to call it. That's what it is to me. So the side of spirituality that people aren't telling you about is the suffering aspect of what you got to go through as you're aligning yourself with your true self. As now, let's just say for layman's term, you choose to follow Jesus, now the world is against you. How is the fuck the world against you, nigga? How do you explain that shit? When was the last time people were trying to kill Christians? It's not literal. It means now that you are aligning yourself with your true self, niggas are now looking at you, what the fuck? You are becoming a threat to the system, to the establishment. That's what the Matrix is telling you about. But the establishment, which is the norm, how everybody's being average. Come on now, niggas. Y'all gotta grab this shit. And that's why you do not want to be average. Because by being average, all you're doing is truly is pleasing other people. It's acting on who you should be instead of who you are. That's why you have no values. You have no self-esteem. But relax. I mean, it's not because you intended to, but it's because that's how we were conditioned to be. And again, I'm bringing this to light so you can see it. That's why we don't even fucking know what the fuck we like. How the fuck do you not know what you like, man? I mean, I know it's becoming normal because a lot of people are doing it. But it's not fucking normal, nigga. That's average. How the fuck do you not know what you like? Or what you want to do with your life? Yeah, that's crazy. Well, when you get to see it the way I'm looking at it, yo, that's crazy. So what the fuck are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? So, I was saying all of that to say in my first video, because we're going to get into the updated version. Oh, you're going to love this one here. And in so many words, I'll talk about it too. That's when you're going to start to acknowledge or to understand that the pain, the cure of the pain, is in the pain. Because now, as this is the first phase, or part one, technically, as you aligning yourself, because I went through it, because it was part of my makeup, I couldn't do anything, I just couldn't do it. And you would have to kill me, motherfucker. Shit. I remember when my mom used to whoop my ass for some shit. Oh, nigga, you gonna whoop my ass again? I would tell her that too. And I knew right then and there, this nigga knew I was different too. Bitch, you're gonna have to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to make it make sense. Otherwise, I'm not following that shit just because other people are following it. So those are your Jesus niggas. Those are your prophets. Those are your leaders. Those are your revolutionary. What's the term, nigga? I'm Haitian. I don't know. Whatever the fuck. Niggas. Your leaders. Your outlaws. Your whatever the fuck. Those are them niggas. At an early age, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Let me get some knowledge. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, no, nigga. Nah. Oh, nah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been riding on niggas. Oh, nah. You know what I'm saying? My mom, nigga. Oh, nah. Fuck out of here, bitch. See, I said that part on purpose too, because a lot of times, like Mother's Day just, passed, I guess. Well, last month, whatever the fuck, or not just, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? The spiritualist. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, that's my mother. He brought me to earth. That's the vessel that I came in. Yes, that's respect. Yes, I get it. But if you're the Christ, nigga, what do you think when Jesus said, "Hey, lady, find your son"? That's equivalent to me saying, "Yeah, bitch, get the fuck out of here. I'm here to do my work, nigga. What the fuck you want?" Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. But it's okay. You might be a little bit offended of the way how it is being translated to you. But essentially, when you understand, or if you're a black sheep or a chosen one, you get it. And besides, who's gonna be your fucking enemy, man? It's the people that you know, nigga. The people you don't know are not even touching you. A lot of the anxiety that we all have, the depressions that we're going through, is within your family, motherfucker. Just saying. Is it not? I don't know what type of world you're living in, but the world that I'm living in, and when I see other people going through their shit, it's your fucking family, man. Your immediate family too, nigga. It's gonna be your siblings hating on you. Like, how the fuck this nigga's doing this? I'm not doing this. That's just the way it goes. I'm just breaking down the science to you niggas, meaning the occult, the hidden side of it, what you don't see. Again, you're bringing it to light. But anyway, so in so many words, when people always talk about spirituality, they don't talk about that part of it. And ironically, if you were to look at, let's just say you want to look at it literally, the Jesus story. I mean, the fucking Jesus story. Look at this shit literally. He came to save the world. Who killed him? The motherfucker he came to save, nigga. How do you want it? So, in so many words, spirituality, yes, it's lovey-dovey, but it's not what you think it is, though. It's only lovey-dovey after when you graduate from that. When you get to part 2, that's what I'm getting ready to talk about. I know. But I got to make sure you get the foundation of where I'm going, though. You got to understand the cure of the pain. It's in the pain. But first, you got to acknowledge the pain. Shit, almost 32 minutes. I've just been talking about the pain. But you got to acknowledge that shit, though. You got to. If you don't acknowledge the pain, there's no growth. In other words, how do you heal if you don't know where the fucking wound is? Better yet, if you don't know what the wound is too. Because some shit you could heal with some fucking alcohol on it. Some other shit, you might have to do a little more shit. But you gotta understand what the shit is, though. So bear with me for a second. You shit niggas, y'all gotta get this first. You gotta get this first. So what people are calling the black sheep, your chosen ones, I don't know what other name they're calling it about for. You know, these are the niggas, your Jesus, who came down to earth, who's saying, no. I'm not going to go along with this bullshit. This is what it is. That's what your leaders are. The niggas who done the fucking revolutions are. And they all talk about the same shit. And yet, here I am talking about the same shit again. I guess that's perfect balance, I guess. Who knows? That's my op. That's beyond my pay grade. I just came here to do the work, nigga. Who knows? Because I think I was crazy enough to say, hey, my niggas, I'm going to come down here to do this shit. But I love it, though. Oh, my God. Let's get to the part 2 now. Now, the cure of the pain is in the pain. But first, you have to acknowledge the pain, right? God damn. Water. Ooh, chill. You have to acknowledge the pain. Because it's like, without acknowledging the pain, how do you cure it? How do you heal it? So, but the funny thing too is, acknowledging the pain means healing yourself. It also means transforming the pain into something else. That's when the whole transmutation comes in. Now you're having a different view of what's taking place. Perfect example, right? Because we all at one point needed to have that validation from other people. We all went through it. That's why I was hurt by my family. I'll give you a perfect example. Because I needed that validation against them, not knowing. Did I say against them? No, I needed that validation from them, not knowing I am the validation. That's why the cure of the pain is in the pain. So, as I was delving more into my shadow self, understanding, hey, these niggas are average niggas. How do you blame an average nigga for anything? Niggas are average. So understand, when Jesus said, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing, you got, no, nigga. They know what the fuck they doing. But what he was referring to, they didn't get the bigger picture of what's taking place. That's what it means. Them not knowing what they're doing, the translation of that, it means they don't get the bigger picture. You can't ask somebody to give you something that they don't have. It doesn't make sense. It's like if you see a beggar, you asking a beggar, someone who's begging for fucking money, to give you $1,000. They're already begging for money. What the fuck are you talking about? However, the difference is you have not come to that realization yet until you go through the pain, and that's how the cure of the pain is in the pain. That's how diamonds are fucking, how do they call it, build? Or, you gotta apply pressure to it. You gotta go through the mud, baby. Stay persistent. I am your spiritual healer. So you understand what you're going through as you're going through it. I wish I had that guidance though. Shit. But it's all good. I had my guides. These niggas. Listen, man. When I went through the dark night of the soul, man, these niggas. Anyway, I don't know if I even should say this because I was fuck with them on that shit. Yo, I was so fucking beat up. Those niggas had to come down and fucking. You see how when they show you those, when I used to see the 1980s or the 1920s videos of white people hosing down fucking white people. These niggas, that's what they had to do to me, because I was so lost. Because that dark energy could take over your body. Meaning that desperation, all of that shit. That's why if you see, Hercules, and I watched that cartoon with my daughter, that nigga went through the fucking abyss. The abyss is definitely, how can I say this? The abyss is kind of like you going to the darkest side of you. That sucking place. Was it from that movie? What was it? I don't remember. Anyway, it was that. Kill and Peel, Ken and Peel, whatever this nigga's name are. I don't remember the movie. But that sucking place. That's what the sucking place was all about. You being at your lowest. Did I even? Yeah, I talk about the haters. Vampire, like fucking energy vampires. And people are not even talking about that side of you as you're getting on your path. That's who your haters are. The people stoning you as you're wearing your cross. Yeah, nigga. It's that way. So, but by you having a greater perspective, or truly, and that's what the isolation time is there for. That's why you have to get into, for you, the best way for you to get to know yourself, you got to be isolated. You got to be alone, baby. So you can listen to the sound of you. So you can get to know who you are. What drives you, what do not. But most importantly, that isolation moment is allowing you to examine your life or have a greater perspective. Another thing too, it allows you to receive your downloads of what's being transmitted to you from the heavens. Your guides, the Holy Spirit, you name it, nigga. Power is yours. You name that shit. The power is yours, nigga. And this is what's funny. I was watching this bitch, right? She used to be, somewhat of into the occult. And then guess what? She used to, talk about tarot and all that shit. And, and then she, here's the funny thing. She converted, meaning, she's not dealing with bad spirit anymore. She's dealing with the Holy Spirit. And guess what? She's still getting the intuitions, the motherfucking messages the same way. So, however the fuck, them niggas talking about they have the prophetic message. Just the spirit talking to you, bitch. Or nigga. Different mediums, different ways of them communicating with you. There's no difference between a fucking tarot reader and then with some motherfucker who's telling you he got a revelation from God. There's no fucking difference. Except what they're telling you, they didn't get it from that, they got it from God. This other motherfucker is just telling you, it's how you translate this shit. How do you get it? But the bottom line is you still get it though. Case in points. Niggas. Shout out to my nigga Rico. Thank you for sending me that fucking video, bro. And, and I will talk about it. I will certainly talk about it. I appreciate you. Case in point. This nigga sent me a video about how they talking about African niggas. In voodoo, niggas are dancing, niggas are catching the fucking spirit, right? What do you have in your church, nigga? Now, you don't call it that. No, of course not. But you have your TJ Jakes that will come, give it all the spirit, and all that shit. I don't know. What do you have? Tomatoes, nigga. Tomatoes. Now, you may want to feel good, but a nigga's always going to be a nigga. That's why me being Haitian, right? So they say this shit in Haiti. Like 80% or 90% of these niggas are Catholic, but 100% of these niggas are voodoo. Facts. 100% of niggas are niggas. That's what they're trying to say. Same way niggas would have a voodoo ceremony or the dance and all that shit. Niggas doing the same shit in church. Guess what? Come to America, watch this fucking black church. Niggas are catching on the spirit, rolling themselves like on the fucking floor, doing all that dumb shit. Same shit you see in voodoo, nigga. Let me know if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, it's all good. Yo, the spirit's the spirit, man. So what we're doing down here, we having different interpretation of what the shit is. That's why the true masters, we connect all of it. We know what the shit is. Now that's what makes you a master. Now we're talking about polarity. Now your heart is light. Shit, you want to talk? It's lighter than a motherfucking feather, nigga. Not because you were never here, but it's because you were here. In fact, it's because you were here, motherfucker. The truth has set you free. You're no longer looking at this illusion as a fucking illusion. That's what it means. You see it for what it is. This is spirituality, nigga. different realm, but same shit. So now the updated version of this is that you gotta embrace your spirituality. But most importantly, by you embracing your pain, that's the key for you to heal who you are or your pain. You can only heal your pain by acknowledging your pain. Then when you truly acknowledge it, you get to the nitty-gritty of what the pain is. Nigga, you're blessed. How can I be mad at dumb motherfuckers for being dumb? That would be dumb of me. So I love my haters. So I forgive the motherfuckers who trying to hurt me. I was hurt at first because I didn't know they were haters. I didn't know who they were. But once you know the truth, these niggas got nothing on you. That's why you're smiling and laughing now. Look at you, good looking. No, that would be dumb of me to be dumb at dumb motherfuckers doing dumb shit. You think I'm gonna be mad at a nigga wearing his fucking pants on his ass? Why would I be mad at that? That's some dumb shit. Oh wow, that's where you at, dog? Alright, shit, nigga, alright? You're not even on my radar, nigga. The fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we elevating or are we going down? What are we doing? Shit, nigga, for all I care, nigga, shit, you can walk around with no pants. In fact, African niggas do that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you don't wear shit. In fact, I could see why you wearing this. Nigga, you trying to be free. Nigga, be free, nigga. You know, he's freeing himself. And that's another way, too, of these niggas saying, fuck this reality, too. I love all my niggas, nigga. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. The pain of the pain is in the pain. It's the cure of the pain is in the pain. Embrace your spirituality. By you embracing your spirituality is you understanding, embodying. And for you to embody anything, you got to have that understanding. And as a spiritual healer, that's how you transform your pain into pleasure. So is spirituality about lovey-dovey? Yes, but not so much of how you may think it is. The lovey-dovey part gets when you get to transmute your energy. Because everybody, I could tell you right now, I went through that path. I don't know anybody who has not gone through that path. And it's so much, and pretty much it is your initiation part. So you becoming new again or being born again by now looking at things on a whole different perspective. Now you becoming one with God. Now you're looking at the world as being perfect. Come on now, niggas. Yo, I was politicking with this nigga. This nigga lost his mind. Right? And I kind of do it on purpose too. And I'm going to do that right now. When you look at the world, right? I know a lot of you guys going to say I'm wilding. Okay? You're looking at this world, right? You see a lot of fucking injustice that's fucking happening. How can you say this world's perfect, right? How can you say that? Am I fucking being stupid? Here I am, you know, at one point talking about your ego and all that shit, and I'm saying this now. Am I fucking delusional? What the fuck is happening here? Let's take it. Let's delve into it. Because you have to understand, like Tupac said that shit, right? Tupac said, oh shit, I'm not gonna get, you know, niggas, you know, coming at me for that shit, right? He's living in a white world. I'm not. What I'm trying to say to you is, your perception of this world is everything. That's why they give you a white Jesus too, just so you know, because your perception is everything. So by you stating or recognizing that you're living in a white world, nigga, that's your world. That you are responsible for that world. I'm responsible for my world. That's your reality, it's your perception. And guess what? Your perception makes your reality, motherfucker. So before you criticize me, understand. That's why your understanding of your God determines your life right now. And I had a video where I talk about the whole creation story. Check it out. It's all connected. Your understanding of God or this world, because we are all one. We are all fucking one, nigga. So your perception of this world determines your world from your perspective, motherfucker. I mean, am I saying people are not dying, people are not committing crimes? No, that shit. No, that's not what I'm saying. But my perception of it is different. That's why I don't fucking watch the news. Unless when I want to jerk off or I'm with my bullshit. Like I am now. Nigga, I moved down to fucking Atlanta, Georgia, right? My God, I couldn't believe. Yo, I can't recall what I was watching. I was watching this nigga, right? This real estate nigga that they said that stole money. I don't fucking know I don't remember his fucking name, right? This nigga and T.I. was protesting against fucking Houston restaurant. They're racist and shit. In fucking Atlanta, nigga? Nigga, have you heard of Rocksteady? I've been there. Well, I don't know. Maybe it might be too Caribbean for you. I don't know. Because I think that nigga's Haitian, whatever the fuck it is. He is. Right? So you got the Haitian cuisine. Like, ever since I've been down here, I've never been to no fucking right restaurants. Noriega, a nigga from Queens, Puerto Rican nigga from Queens, said the realest shit, and I always say that shit, and I always salute that nigga for saying that shit. Nigga was saying some shit like, yo, listen, dog. How speak, you know what I'm saying? He got his Queen shit, you know what I'm saying, his New York shit. Nigga was saying, listen, man, it's not even about racism, dog. How do you fuck with somebody who don't fuck with you? How do I want to go to a restaurant, or I'm protesting to go to a restaurant that don't want me to be there? Meanwhile, there's a bunch of fucking other Caribbean restaurant shit. The shit I love about down here is all niggas, though. I love that shit. You have fucking African niggas from all over the state, North Carolina, South Carolina, niggas from fucking New York, niggas, all niggas over here, man. You have niggas barbecuing, niggas if you stop at a fucking a gas station that's burning their motherfucking chicken and selling that shit. So you got all that shit, and then you skip all of that. Now you're fighting for Houston restaurant now. I don't know, nigga. I don't know. It's not in me. Maybe it's just a Haitian in me. You see what I'm saying? I can't fuck with nobody that don't fuck with me, dog. And that's not even racism. Dog, you don't like me, that's fine. I'm gonna find somebody who likes me. That's how I see it. And that's why yo, when this nigga said, I'm like, that nigga used to be a kid. That was the killer instinct, nigga. No, you shooting at niggas, nigga. You shot me, motherfucker. This nigga shot me. You know what I'm saying? Here I am out here saying publicly this nigga shot me. And he did. I'm snitching on this nigga. The fuck? Doesn't make sense. But that's because you're not in alignment with the person that you are. Once you're in alignment with who you are, you don't give a fuck, man. Like, his first shit should have been, yo, instead of you trying to go to that fucking Houston restaurant, why didn't you go to a fucking black restaurant to begin with? I'm listening. Oh, but you pro-black though, right? I don't get it. I'm saying all of that to say, man, it's the same shit. Well, you can't dissociate your spirituality, but for lack of better terms, for you to understand how I'm trying to make the connection. I'm making the connection here. It's the same shit with your spirituality. Why would you worry about haters, man? Haters gonna hate. Let them hate. That's what they do. They're supposed to. Because they're not going through the light. They chasing the light in you. That's why they acting like you. And then at the same time, fucking you up. They psychopath. They don't have a conscience. There's no light in these motherfuckers. That's how they're doing what they're supposed to. Now, when you master that, the way you transform that, though, now if they hate, that's why niggas like, what that nigga name, man? Shit, funny ass nigga, too. I fuck with this nigga. Cat Williams. It's like, yo, man, I gotta know if I'm doing good. I want to hear niggas saying, a hater. When a hater start hating on me, I know I'm doing good, nigga. That means you see my fucking light. That's how the 2.0 comes in, the updated version of you turn the pain into fucking joy, nigga. Now it's no longer a pain for you. But you gotta stand in your light for you to see that first though. And that's why this, what I'm talking about here, it's not for the dead, it's for the living. Isn't that what Jesus told you? I'm not speaking for the haters. The haters gonna hate. The hater would look at the same video and be like, yo, fuck this nigga. But you who are of the light, you know what this is. You're like, go ahead, nigga, keep talking. Give you more. You're probably asking me to give you more, nigga. Hey, it's not enough yet. Oh, I got it for you, nigga. You're probably not even ready, to be honest. Because I got it for you. The fuck? You wildin', nigga. I got it for you. As I hope you would be able to see so far. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta get on that Patreon shit first, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on, man. We gotta exchange out the fucking energy, nigga. Gotta get on that Patreon. That's why this type of knowledge, you know, like, that's why in Egypt we have the mystery school. Not everybody was admitted in it because you're not ready. You didn't get it. Not that it was being hidden from the masses, but only you got to go through initiation. We got to know who you are. Because if we don't know who you are, what you gonna do? Like I've been telling niggas, I've seen toxic people talking about toxicity. Now that shit's crazy. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I mean it's all dandy. I mean it's all good. I don't give a fuck. But that is the downfall, or the down. I mean, I don't even want to say down anything. That would be the other side of the Aquarius age that we in. The information is out for everybody, and guess what? That same information. That's why you don't cast your pearls before swine, nigga. So when I'm giving you something valuable, such as when we're talking about toxicity, you avoid toxicity. Now, you know what I'm saying? And then toxic niggas are talking about toxicity. That's when you know the shit's really toxic, motherfucker. And that's what you get in your fucking Aquarius age. The information is out there for everybody. They hear it, they repeat it, and then they trash it. It's no longer sacred. Oh shit, let me get some. So as your spiritual healer, and you being on that path, you know, I have to help you to understand not just the pattern, your emotional pattern, but also help you to see things on a bigger scale, on a cosmic view. In other words, as, you know, helping you to unite yourself with the Father, with God. So to have a different perspective on this world, on how perfect it is, first you have to do your own work. You got to make to the pure, all is pure. So you think when the spiritual masters are talking about how, well, I mean, I don't know if they say necessarily how beautiful this world is, but they telling you about, you know, ending suffering in your life and having a different perspective. That's aligning yourself, having a cosmic view. In other words, Even if you want to talk about Mother Nature, well, guess what? Guess there's poison too in Mother Nature. Certain herbs you eat, that's gonna kill you too, motherfucker. Organically. Organically. But your perspective of this world, that is everything. Your perspective is everything. That's why if you're looking at suffering, you're responsible for the suffering, nigga. And by you being responsible for it doesn't mean that you created it. It means that you are sharing that perspective. So you gotta change that. So no, motherfucker, I'm not delusional by talking about a perfect world. But it's because I understand who I am in relationship to my interpretation of this world and how everything is being translated to me. I'm taking accountability. Not in denial here, because I acknowledge that happened too. But I also acknowledge it's my perspective of it too, nigga. Is it not? That's the reason why, regardless on how objective you're trying to be, it's still going to be subjective, because it's coming from you. Or from whoever that person is. So the pain of the pain is in the pain. Embrace your spiritual path. Embrace your spiritual being. Meaning you embodying not just the journey, but for you to understand what's being taken place. And that's your elevation. That's how your heart becomes as light as a fucking feather. That's the only way for you to do it. By going through the price, meaning a higher state of consciousness, and for you to truly see shit for what they are. Because understand this, and this is that nigga, Albert Einstein, man. Hey, whatever the fuck you want to say about this nigga, but this nigga nailed it when he said, you cannot solve a fucking issue with the same state of mind that created it. Guess what? That's why you have to be born again. The facts. You have to be born again, to meaning you're looking at the world on a whole different perspective now. And by doing so, you're solving the issues that you couldn't solve before. Your haters, your hate, all that shit. I love my haters, nigga. Niggas are my friend, they don't even know. I mean, obviously they can't come where I am, because their purpose, they serve their purposes. I mean, there's two purposes these guys are serving in my life, to be honest. The first one is to get me on my path. The second purpose now is to let me know that I'm definitely on my path. You know what I'm saying? That's why a nigga like Cat Williams will tell you, oh, nigga, if you ain't got no haters, nigga, you ain't doing good. And that is true. Because you're not a light. Vampires don't go after other vampires, nigga. They're vampires too. They seeking for that blood. So you got no blood, dog. But also, I talked about the energy of vampires too, how to protect yourself. Check out that video, nigga. And essentially, I'll tell you right now, you protect yourself by standing in your light. Meaning by clinging to your understanding. Because your understanding is everything. So you being born again now, looking at everything from a different lens. That's everything. So your perspective is everything. During the Haitian fucking revolution, there was the Jamaican nigga that he was the one who started the whole thing in fucking Haiti. And I always big up them niggas. You know what I'm saying? The man was called Bookman. Or Bookman. You feel me? The nigga had this speech. Y'all gotta check out the speech, man. And I think I had it posted somewhere. When he was saying, like, our God demanding us to be equal to love one another. But their God, he didn't say they're devil. He didn't say they're Satan. Their God, meaning their way of looking at life, required them to conquer, take over, and enslave people. That's their mentality. That's their God. That's their way of looking at life. That's what they do with nature. Everywhere they go, there's no nature. They create business models. They create businesses. You know, they take away nature. And they put you to work. And you calling that development. You calling that, you know, evolution. How the fuck are you calling it? That's why when you go to a city and when you go outside of the city, it's different, nigga. There's a reason why it's different. What's going on in the city? All the big businesses, people interacting, and all that shit. The life. What you fighting for? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, look at it for yourself. I'm saying? Look at it for yourself. Oh, shit. I don't know. Maybe if I'm making it up, I guess I am. But the shit is in front of you. I have to bring it out from. And that's what all the spiritual masters been doing. Giving you a better perspective. A greater perspective. Allowing you to see the bigger picture. But first, we got to get you to be conscious of what's taking place in front of you. Because you cannot master what you don't see. You cannot master what you don't see. Get this, nigga. To master your reality. How you want it? Get your crystals. Or get your cross too. Whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like this bitch, you know, she's still getting her premonitions. You know, she just called it the Holy Spirit. Now a voodoo nigga, like, or a spirit nigga will call you out. That's what the spirit told me. They got their information from the same source. Now, how you translate that information, that's up to you. Because let's just say, even if you in witchcraft, you do know there's bad spirit, right? Don't you? Now, if you're in Jesus, you do know, you know, there's bad angels, don't you? Tomatoes. Man. Tomatoes. Cut it open. You same fruit, nigga, or whatever the fuck it is. Is it a fruit, vegetable? Nigga, teach me. Teach me. I'll be humble. I'll be humble to learn. And by the way, thank you in advance, motherfucker. Same difference. Spirit of spirit, man, however the fuck you want to call it. Regardless of how you want to define this reality, your intellect, if you're still not able to touch it, it's not tangible. Why is knowledge everything? You don't see it, you don't touch it. That's what it comes down to. How do you want it? It's your choice, man. The power's yours, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga said in Bane, you know what I'm saying, in that Batman movie. You know what I'm saying? But now I want to give the power in your hands. How do you want it? And I think was it my last video or the one before the last one? I talked about how niggas said, yo, you gotta have God in your relationship. Yes, you do. You do. Meaning, when you talk about God, you talk about a higher perspective, a higher self, a higher way of looking at things. If you don't have that in your life, you're fucked. What are you doing? Your relationship is how you relate to other people. It shouldn't be about dick and pussy. It's about your growth. It is your ground to elevate. But you niggas are talking about dicks and pussy. How do you want it? And I even talked, that was in my last video, in fact. I talked about how important it is to work on your masculine side and your feminine side as a male and as a female. And how the problems become when a nigga who only work on his feminine side and neglect his masculinity. You're not balanced. And the bitch that is working on her masculinity, that's what we're seeing. And that's what we're calling the modern women, or these niggas are calling modern women. And they neglect their femininity. But when you embrace both sides, oh, it's a different ballgame. And that's what a relationship should be about. Like you, as a nigga, you know when to be a bitch. And when you acting like a bitch, your bitch should be acting like a nigga. And when you acting like a nigga, the bitch is acting like a bitch. That's where the ma'at comes in, the balance comes in. That's why for me personally, I don't get into the alpha shit. You got to become the divine masculine or the divine feminine. And I explained that shit already. A relationship is not about dick and pussy. It's for your spiritual growth, nigga. That's what I was stating in that video. And a bitch who's with you in that spiritual journey understands that. You want a bitch to be in her masculinity, but yet not neglecting her femininity. That's what you want. Because that's the bitch that can protect you. Remember, as a man, you were the protector, right? But she's protecting you too, nigga. You wouldn't get the meat, but she's cooking it. So you're nurturing, and she's nurturing you too. Niggas. Come on. But the problem becomes, as I already stated, they become one-sided. Because the purpose of a relationship It's not for you to be happily married, you know what I'm saying, married, and you know what I'm saying, what or whatever. No, it's for you to be you and find the greatest side of you in a relationship. That's why a bitch got to bring values to your life, and vice versa. Of course, for you to you already got to bring values to her life, and she got to acknowledge that too. And as she acknowledged that, her masculinity or femininity, whatever the fuck, they both got to be up to par. And that's what a relationship is, man, niggas. That's what it is. But anyway, the updated version pretty much is how you're transforming that pain into joy. Because now that you have become this new person, but it was important for me to say at that time, and I was on that wave too, understanding, yo, spirituality is fucking hard as fuck, my nigga. And even when I was talking about it, or when I was translating that knowledge into the world that we're living in, which is pretty much what? Now you no longer want to be like somebody else. You want to be you. And now the people who are following that fucking average, because they're average at best. I always gotta salute that nigga on that one. Because I love that shit. You average is best. Because you're following the trend. And that's at best. And that's truly what you're doing. You're trying to be the best average person as you can. Be the best accepted people. Be the best to please other motherfuckers. But, you know, are you the best at it? At best. That's what it is. My niggas, embrace your spirituality, meaning not just embracing, embracing your spirituality, but to transform, because when you embody your spirituality, you become the alchemist. This is another term that is used in the occult. The alchemist is someone who's able to transform energy. You turn silver into gold. You turn shit into fucking gold. You turn your haters' energy into something that's fuels, that's something that now you're like, oh, I need that. In other words, you become like Cat Williams. I'm giving it to you in different realms. Yo, I need my haters, man. Who's hating on me? Whoa, am I doing good? Let me see how good I'm doing. Who's hating on me? Oh, this Haitian nigga with his Haitian accent and all that shit. Nah, he's talking some bullshit. I want you. Quiet honesty? Quite honest? I need you. Now, you went from you needing me, now I need you. Now that's transmutation like a motherfucker. And that's what Cat Williams was talking about when he said, if you don't have no haters in your life, you ain't doing good, nigga. And that is true. In other words, because you become average like the average niggas, you're not a threat to anybody. Another way of saying it, you got no light in you. So being the anomaly, that's the way to be. Because I used the Jesus example, like That's what he came to do. He got fucking haters. And niggas are crying about this shit. Niggas are praising this shit. They going through it every day, but they don't get it. And this same niggas who are praising the Lord Jesus, they're the one hating on you. Now they're the one telling you, you think you're God, nigga? No, I'm God in essence. Yes, I know I'm God. You know, because now you represent something else. You had transmuted or transcended, as I like to call it. That's my shit. Transcended. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, that is the updated version of it. So it all makes sense. It all comes together too. And it's all, in so many words, reflecting myself as well. Because at that point, at that time, that's where I was as well too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a nigga saying, yo, man, why are so many people hating on me? Well, nigga, because you the fucking light. Because you're doing good, nigga. Embrace your fucking haters. Now, that's what the masters would tell you. Or, another word, the motherfucker that had transcended that, who understands, yo, being the light. Nigga, those empires, man, they're like, yo. But now you got to protect yourself from these niggas, though. Oh, that's for sure. And I already talk about that. So check out that Energy of Empire video where I talk about that. And protecting yourself isn't really protecting yourself. It's just you standing in your light. And that's your protection. You knowing your truth that was guiding you. It's like you having a better understanding of the drive that you had that you didn't know, or that you did know it was a drive but you didn't understand it, and now you having a better understanding what that drive is. That's how you stand in your life, and that's how the cure of the pain is in the pain. Niggas, I shan't, you already know. Bra, Mali.